Hi, good afternoon. My name is Uri-Kimtrell Johnson. This is my professional growth plan. So here we go. So the professional growth plan is a professional development model for educators to follow that focuses on the growth of the educator through the proper facilitation of collaborative learning and planning within the teacher's skills, beliefs, knowledge, and behaviors, with the ultimate goal to improve the students' academic needs. The purpose of a professional growth plan is to identify what the teacher wants to achieve within the classroom and outside of the classroom, and what skills that they need to become a better educator, and what skills they need to develop over the course of their teaching within the school system. So the objectives of a professional growth plan is to identify and properly address the gaps in the academics for the students. So if you're teaching and you realize the students are not where they need to be on reading, math, science, or social studies grade level, the professional growth plan does help identify those gaps within the academics. It also develops and sets clear personal career goals for the teacher. The personal career goal, is an action plan that is achievable for the educator. It also enhances the teacher performance in current teaching roles, develops effective strategies, and allows for you to acquire new knowledge and improve your overall teaching performance. Grand Canyon University offers a graduate degree program, the Masters of Elementary Education, which is designed to equip educators with the knowledge and skills to become effective teachers through the learned teaching strategies and differentiated curriculum for elementary school students. A master's in elementary education requires about 47 credit hours in order to complete the program. And the certification requirements in the state of Georgia are you're supposed to complete an educator preparation program, register and pass the GACE exam with a minimum of 270 score, pass the Georgia ethics assessment, pass a criminal background check, and then obtain a pre-service certification that is valid for up to 5 years and needs to be renewed after that every 5 years. The main focus of a Master's of Elementary Education is to create an effective learning environment for students that is diverse to meet the academic needs of multiple students. The core courses is Foundation to Elementary Education, Child and Early Adolescent Development and Psychology. That's the one that I'm really interested in looking into. The U.S. and Arizona Constitutions for Teacher Candidates, Survey of Special Education, Teaching Children with Exceptionalities, Creating and Managing Equitable and Engaging Learning Environment, Instructional Planning and Assessment for Elementary Teacher Candidates, Methods of Structured English, Immersion for English Education, Phonics and Science of Reading, Methods of Strategies, Teaching English Language Arts, Literacy Intervention and Remediation, Methods and Strategies of Teaching and Integration of Science and Health, Methods and Strategy of Teaching Mathematics, Methods and Strategies of Teaching Integrated Social Studies and the Arts, Student Teaching for Elementary Teacher Candidates. The requirements to maintain your teacher certification in the state of Georgia is to complete the professional development requirements every 5 years, complete 10 continuing education units, which is equivalent to 10 contact hours, and then retake and pass the Georgia ethics assessment, which focuses on the professionalism within education as a whole. Professional progression in teaching is the advancement and development of a teacher's career that aids them in developing their teaching practices and acquiring new skills to aid them in teaching students of differing learning levels. Also, professional progression does require the teacher to take on more leadership roles within their school. So in the state of Georgia, you can maintain your licensure and certification by continuing your education, renewing your teaching requirements, as stated before, and making sure that your teacher certifications are valid and up to date. I personally will demonstrate high expectations in my role as an educator by expressing both my classroom and academic expectations through communicating to the students, all while ensuring that they feel supported and included. My high expectations in technology, which means that I would teach the students how to properly use the computers and any other electronics related to the lesson, so that they're able to learn. And then my high expectations and code of ethics in teaching, which means that I will set high standards that are still achievable for each student. Also holding myself to the state's and the school's professional conduct requirements, maintaining professional and appropriate boundaries with the student. So in order to grow as an educator, I will utilize the differentiated practices that are data-driven to identify the areas where students are struggling and need additional support. I think differentiating within the classroom is the best way to also help students feel included. I will also modify the curriculum to meet the academic learning paces of each student within the classroom. My professional learning goal that I will utilize to engage in meaningful experiences within the learning community is to improve my classroom management techniques. One of the things that I have noticed over the past few years is that I was not strong in my classroom management skills. So my professional learning goal for myself that I'm setting is to get better at becoming an effective teacher at utilizing classroom management. My next professional learning goal is I will foster an environment where the students are engaged and become active learners. So thank you for your time, and y'all be blessed.